Narendra. In the meantime, let's shift focus to a Times Now exclusive, the report that has now been accessed by your channel as far as what has been done by the centre as far as the roadmap when it comes to quelling the tensions in the northeastern state of Manipur is concerned and the way forward, as the centre now seems to be countering those charges as far as the opposition that has been levelling on a delay as far as the centre's action and preemptive steps that are also taken when it comes to the violence that the state has been affected with in the last 90-odd days. Let me go across to Aishwarya now. Aishwarya, the details that have also been listed out, especially when it comes to the today's hearing that has not happened in the Supreme Court. However, the affidavit clearly mentions the steps that has now been taken by the centre, especially when it comes to restoration of peace in Manipur.
Well, certainly after May 3rd, it was the centre who had taken cognizance of the violence that took place, and several efforts were made as far as the Home Ministry is concerned. Remember the visit of Home Minister Amit Shah in the state of Manipur. He stayed for almost 3 days over there and took a stock of each and every situation. Certainly, we have been told that soon after Home Minister Amit Shah's visit, there were several steps that were taken, and the report that we have accessed from the Home Ministry clearly states that more than 124 coils of the CRPF, more than 180 teams of the CISF had been deployed in the state after that, and to bring back peace and normalcy in the state of Manipur, additional teams of doctors, essential commodities were deployed. The national highway that was completely blocked, that was opened up with the help of the Indian Army, and also certainly the people who had been injured were shifted to nearby hospitals. In fact, they were even shifted to the nearby states to give them more precautionary measures, and it was just not Home Minister Amit Shah but also MOS Nityanand Rai, who stayed for almost 22 days in the state of Manipur and held talks with each and every stakeholders who are involved in the Manipur situation to bring back peace and normalcy. There had been repeated urges by the Home Ministry that those who had arsenals and weapons, they should give them back to the Manipur police, and they have recovered more than 1,000 weapons so far. And it has been told to us that since 18th of July, there has been no deaths which have been reported till now. So the Home Ministry clearly assuring that there had been efforts which have been made, which has come to light, and therefore the reason perhaps violence has drastically come down in the state of Manipur. More efforts are being taken, but certainly it was an affidavit
Aishwarya,
that
please
was
to stay on with us. We also have Priya joining us to help us understand, especially when it comes to the measures and the steps that has been taken by the government and the centre there, Priya, even when it comes to quelling tensions in Manipur. Over to you.
Right. Now, remember, opposition has been upping its ante against the government. The onslaught has been over how there has been a delay on the part of the centre in tackling the crisis in Manipur. Now, Times Now has accessed exclusive details of how Ministry of Home Affairs has taken steps from the 3rd of May to control the situation. Aishwarya was just telling us what the briefing has been of the steps since the first day. Extra army personnel were deployed, extra CAPF coils were deployed, arrangements were also made to put in place online justice system as well as for education. But remember, here are the details from the affidavit that the centre has filed in the Supreme Court that further breaks down what exactly were the deployments that were made to ensure prevention. Central government has, in addition to existing companies which have been provided since 3rd of May, 124 additional companies of CAPFs, 185 columns of army as well as Assam rifles have been presently deployed in addition to the local police. A unified command, a unified administration under the chairmanship of security advisor has also been laid down. The government has also detailed how both the Home Minister himself as well as MOS Home have been visiting the state and supervising the situation themselves.
All right, so those are the details that have been coming in. However, this affidavit couldn't be taken up in the Supreme Court today. There would be a next hearing on this, but those are the details that are now being outlined on part of the steps that has been taken by the centre since the very first day when it comes to violence that was first reported in the state of Manipur. Ashwarya and Priya, thanks very much for joining in. We will be heading into a short break right now. Back with more news and updates.